1. Here we go!
Hey guys, welcome to a special episode of the HerdU podcast. I'm Tessa.
I'm Adam.
And we have some visitors with us. Do you want to show our peeps?
Say hello, guys.
Irene and Jesus are with us.
They're our producers.
Yeah, they're our producers today. I think they're fixing to leave though, but they at least had to make a cameo.
For sure.
Yeah, so this is a crew that we got to travel with this year, and I don't even know what day we're on anymore. It feels like day 100,
Yeah.
but I think it's actually day 4. But
it's actually been pretty cool though.
it has been.
Yeah.
So okay.
Long days, but really nice.
So compared to last year versus this year, like what have you noticed? Like what are some things that have stood out?
I don't know.
What are your thoughts?
For one, I feel like last year was I think we were at a smaller location, maybe. I don't know, the convention center in San
A little bit
Antonio,
more
because it felt like there was more people.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had access to more classes without having to worry about not getting it, except for like the big ones. Like there was one that Irene and I almost missed yesterday, and like we were in the last 4 or 5, I think. Might have been the last 2. Anyways, but those are your bigger classes, but there's been more room, I think.
So the last class that I attended before coming here to shoot this, the lady was complaining because it's one of those classes, and she turns around and she's like, we pay all this money, and she saw my name tag and she's like, I'm not complaining. I was like, no, it's good feedback, like it's fine. She's like, what do you do at TCEA? And I was like, well, I'm actually on the board. Like I was just talking to her about it, and she's like, I feel so bad. I was like, no, it's fine, like we're okay.
Yeah.
Like I get the frustration.
Yeah, you're a big dog.
So yeah,
that's fun. It's fun to see you kind of interact like on the board side of it.
like it's really weird.
Like the thank you cards was a nice touch, and I'll let you talk about that. But it was fun to watch you do that.
That's someone's like, I didn't like one of my board members, because I'm usually really quiet. They're like, I've never seen you talk so much. I was like, I thought that's what we're supposed to do here.
That's
anyway,
what we do. That's how we roll around here.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know me. Like I'll talk your ear off and tell you story after story, but like these guys don't know me quite yet, and so they're like, you actually do talk. I was like, I do actually talk. So anyway,
there's more to Tessa than
than just quietness.
Yeah.
Like I have a very good brain inside my head. I can do these things.
That's
so
fun.
All right, so we don't really have a new scoop or tech tip for you guys.
Well,
I mean, I have like a million of them in my head. I just can't keep them straight right now. So we're going to save those for future episodes.
We don't have them yet.
Yeah. But Adam, what have been like some of your favorite classes or moments thus far?
So I've done a lot of classes that's kind of geared more towards what I do, like the Google Admin Console, things like that. Saw some vendors, ClassLink, normal people. But the one class that has stood out is going to be Discovery Ed, and it was the escape room.
Awesome. Okay, so tell us about it.
Has nothing to do with my scope of work, but other than like seeing what teachers do and how they can kind of implement that in the classrooms.
Absolutely.
I mean, the escape deal was it was kind of weird. Like you had to unlock some locks, but you had to find the clues within Discovery Education to get it, and they're not clues that are like visible, you know what I mean? Like you actually have to think about it, or it's within like the actual UI of Discovery Education. And I guess the whole theme was to get people to go to navigate it, and to kind of click on things and get them used to it, which we don't know that side of it, but it was fun to see the teachers interact and do that stuff. I mean, we had one that was just like on it from the get-go, and then we kind of just hit a plateau. We maxed out. We couldn't get that last one unlocked. But
isn't that a cool way to learn a new product? Like if we were able, like I think of it in the classroom, like our little babies, I'm gonna call them babies, or like 1st and 2nd graders or whatever. But if you created little activities like that for them to learn a new product, or even as teachers, if we created products like that for our escape rooms to learn, did they use, because I was not in that session. I was in another one.
You missed out.
Yeah. Did they use like Google Forms, or did they use like EDU breakout box, or do you even know that answer?
I don't know that answer.
Okay. I'm guessing they used the EDU breakout.
So really what it was a backpack, and there was a lock on the backpack.
Oh, so like real stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's the EDU breakout box.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
That's what we call it.
Nice.
But you had to figure out the clue to unlock the first one, which that one was super easy. That other teacher, I can't remember where she was from, but she unlocked it, or she gave us a clue. I unlocked it. I was a lock guy. That's all I
yeah,
did.
yeah, you had
So
that.
I went in
job.
there and unlocked it. Got the first one unlocked, and then
Wait, weren't you our lock guy in our escape room when we went to?
I don't remember.
I can't remember if it was you or Ben, and we're like, unlock it, do the twist, do the things.
Maybe I don't remember.
Hey, you have a job now. You're the lock guy.
I am the lock guy.
I'm gonna add that to our little.
Well, I'll tell you why you
link.
don't want me as the lock guy towards the end. But then we did the second one. That one figured out the clues for that one pretty quick. I think we got stuck on the third one. Was it the third one or was it fourth?
The fourth one.
So we got through them pretty quick.
Very
but
cool.
The problem is they put detractors in there. So they throw stuff in there that are has nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
And they give you 4 sheets of paper and we're sitting there reading through and we're like, that's got to be a detractor.
Uh-huh.
And there's another one that had a little lizard cut out and it's on the back. It had TBD detractor. Don't need it. But we're sitting here thinking about all that stuff. And you're like, how does this implement it into what they want us to find? It took us a while. We could have been second or third, maybe second. And
very disappointed.
I know.
No, I'm just kidding.
And so I guess the class, it would have been cheating if I would have done it that way. But the table, it was, they all set us up one table and then they split that table up into 2 teams. Mm-hmm. There was one team in front of us and then there was us over here. And I heard the number 552.
Listen,
so if I'd have put that number, is it cheating
or is it a resource?
We would have unlocked it. And I didn't do that number. We waited till we figured it out. And luckily that table, when they finished, came around and they kind of gave us a clue.
That's good.
It was fun.
It is
honestly, fun. We first walked in there, the teachers were, or the instructors were all bubbly and super happy. And I'm like, I probably came into the wrong room. Right?
Yeah, you're like, this is not for me.
And so I even told Irene, I said, I don't know about this one. And then they
all had teachers that had Elmo characters.
Yeah, the different Sesame Street
characters.
Oh, really? Yeah.
My mind went to Elmo the dot cam. I was like, what?
No, ours. I don't remember
Street.
who ours was. Ours was Elmo. Our lady was Elmo. Anyways, it was Sesame Street themed, but they were just super cheery, super happy. I mean, that's your thing. That's your thing.
Yeah.
But then eventually I was like, oh man, I can do this, and I was like,
I love that.
I don't know how much big of an asset I'm going to be for you guys because we don't use that platform, but the thinking of it, and they made it to where even though we didn't know it, we felt comfortable in it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It was great. So that's been my favorite.
So did you enjoy seeing the back end because you deal with Discovery Ed through ClassLink and then seeing the teacher side?
Oh,
is that something that you would want to do more?
Maybe right off the bat, no, but maybe.
Okay.
No, it is fun. When Irene talked about going to, I was like, hey, maybe that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Just the different things that are in there. It's
okay. So I'll give you a little bit of background about it. So Discovery Ed's been around forever, right? And so it used to be utilized through our librarians, and it was only videos, mainly only science videos. Yeah. And so we didn't really have a lot of science content back in the day. I think we've done better. And so our librarian would set us up with a Discovery Ed, and you would watch a video. And I'm not going to lie, they were old school videos. We're not talking like Bill Nye, we're talking old videos.
Yeah. 320p.
So it kind of has this wrap of, oh, it's just videos. Yeah. And so if you're someone like us who's been around for a while, you're like, I can just get a video on YouTube or Bill Nye is whatever. Yeah. And so they've really, really vamped it up over the last couple of years to where it has tons of activities, science, math, ELAR. It also has thinking stems, question stems. Mm-hmm. I mean, it has a plethora. It has bilingual. I mean, it has everything. It has quizzes that are already in there that will grade it for you, which is duh, why would I not want to do that anymore? You know? Yeah. And it's literally for pre-K all the way to high school. Yeah. And so it's a fabulous tool that I know that we have in our ClassLink. Yeah. And I don't think it gets utilized as much, but part of it's probably because we haven't had the proper training on it. Yeah. And so I'm really glad you got to see that side of it.
So it pumped me up. I was ready to do another one. It was towards the end of the day, so I was like, man, maybe I need to rethink that. But it was a good time. I'm telling you, that was my favorite. And I've done some really cool ones.
Honestly,
really cool
I've known what you've said, and I really did not think that was going to be it. Yeah, so that's really cool.
That was it. I really enjoyed it.
Awesome.
So what's yours?
So what mine is, and I mean, I've been made fun of because I've gone to classes almost this entire time. I think yesterday was the first time I went to the exhibit hall. So mine was one of the very first days that I took, and it was a PD about subscription boxes. And I don't want to go into a whole lot of detail here about it, but like it made my mind explode. Kind of like what happened last year with like this whole thing.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I keep hearing is just be who you are. And so I've really struggled in this role of being who I am because I'm bright and I'm bubbly and I like the bright colors and I want to give you heart cutouts, even if you don't want them. So like that was really good for me to have like that validation of be who you are, like don't conform, don't be an imposter, because like and you can get in the same role because you do graphic stuff. So you can see all these people doing all these great things. And it's like, I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. But at the core is like, who am I? How am I going to support these teachers? Because really at the end of the day, I just want to love on teachers and I want to love on staff. And that's what I'm really good at.
Yeah,
and so it kind of gave me the goosies of just be who you are when you go out to see these teachers and do all this stuff. And like, don't listen to what these other people are saying and get down on yourself. Yeah. And so that was really good. So that class was amazing that I went to. And then just getting to meet like other instructional coaches. And like I said, my role's a little different this year on the board. I had to be really out there. And so just getting to meet educators in different roles has been really cool. So but if you guys don't know, last year when we were here, Irene was with us and we had Edmundo, which we got to see. I don't know if you guys remember him or not. Yeah. Well, honestly, how can you forget Edmundo? Let's just say
everybody knows Edmundo.
We actually had an event with him last night. And so that was really cool. But anyway, we were sitting down there talking about the possibility of HerdU. And we've had a little snags with Power School and Google Classroom. Got to meet them yesterday and tell them my feelings on that.
Share your mind with them.
Yeah, I was kind of aggressive and I felt kind of bad. Like I was like, where's that thank you note? I need to give them a thank you note. So anyway, besides that point, we decided to do a podcast out of that. Just another way to develop information and give it to you guys. And it was at this conference and we were like pumped about doing it. And we brought it back to Dana and she was pumped. And so it's just really cool to be like full circle a year later of we're shooting it live. Like, what are we going to do next year? You know what I mean? Like, how is this going to grow? And so I don't know. That's pretty cool. But I love the learning. I love the classes, just looking at different Google products, different extensions. AI has been huge this year, like just different ways that we can incorporate that. And like, I've had really good conversations talking of other people about how is that policy going to be implemented? Like stuff as a teacher I would never thought about, but now on this side, and it's really great to have those good kind of conversations. Yeah. So anyway, but my class list is full and I was like, I got to go to the exhibit hall today. So hopefully we'll get to that. But
yeah. I mean, I think there was one day we didn't even see you. Was it Monday?
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. I think it was Monday.
I mean, we saw you like we were passing down the hall. You said, I got to go.
Like, sup. Yeah.
It's been crazy.
No,
so
it's been really good though.
Talk about your role between being a teacher and now serving on the board. Is it
oh gosh,
like what are your thoughts about
okay, so I've always loved TCEA, like because that's just where my brain has always been. I've always loved it, and so I've always attended it as a member. And then I rolled into the role of instructional technology, where now it shifts from it's not just my classroom, it's an entire district's classroom and staff members. Like, you can't forget about like your soup who wants to learn things too, right? So that's really cool. And then I've transitioned into this role of the board and just truly seeing. So it's me and 20 other people. And then we have they call it an executive board with like your president and stuff like that. And just the passion that they have, one, for educators and two, for technology. I mean, it tears me up almost every time because I always come back and be like, I have learned so much and like, it's just a passion that they have for you guys. And so to be on that side of that is fantastic. And learning the laws on things, because there's a lot of times, and we get a lot of flack. Like, and it's, like examples of, well, why can't I show this in my classroom? Well, there's really laws about that. And if someone was to come in, like I've seen districts being sued for having like a Mickey Mouse cartoon figure on their wall using that clip art. And so like that's the side that I think a lot of us don't understand. And so we have a guy that actually fights for education and technology in Austin every day. He's a lobbyist. And so he'll come in and give us reports, but he's out there fighting every day for us. And so to see that it's more than just a conference, which a lot of people, that's what they think of.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to get away from my district for a few days and go party. And it's like, no, there's so much more to it. And so it's opened my eyes for appreciation, you know, because I've taught here several years. And so like from what a presenter does, how do we even select the presenters, to the exhibitors and how they contribute to everything.
Yeah.
And then like this event, how it really supports TCEA through all the, I'm not going to call them little conferences, but like the little things like the AI, the elementary one and all that kind of stuff. So
it's been fun getting to see you like interact with stuff.
I
Like
know I
that.
feel bad because I'm like, that's a board member and this is what they do. And so I'm like, okay, calm down, settle down. Like, don't be acting all weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just really cool just to have that connection. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a network of people, you
Yeah.
know? So
It's fun stuff.
yeah, and it is. But yeah, things are going well. I mean, people are going all the classes and enjoying it. It's great. We have our board dinner tonight, which will be fun, kind of like wrapping everything up.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah,
tomorrow's it.
that's it.
We're
We get to go
here.
home tomorrow. I've missed my family.
Yeah, I think I have to.
You think
But
you have?
I have. But the crazy thing about me is I get home and Anastasia gets on a plane and she comes
I
back
know.
here. So I was telling Irene earlier, I said, we're just going to high five in
Yeah.
there.
Too bad you couldn't have worked
'Cause
it out where you could have stayed a couple more days.
Well, I mean, we thought about it, but it just wouldn't have worked out.
Yeah.
I mean, we got basketball on Friday and
Yeah.
things to do over the weekend. But so anyways,
Well, we have this thing called work still.
Yeah.
Gosh, we can't just go to conferences all the time.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So anyway,
All right. So do you have anything else to add to that?
no, I mean, it's just been great. Like a
Okay.
lot of networking, a lot of talking
Mhm.
to people. It's cool to come to these deals because you see people that are like-minded that
Yes.
have, and then you get to bounce around.
Listen,
ideas.
it's the one time I can totally nerd out and no one makes fun of me,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
because sometimes I'll talk with James and he's like, what? Or like I can talk to you guys and y'all get it, but like everybody here gets it. So I'm like, let's talk. Let's talk AI policy.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what I
for
mean?
Yeah,
So-
it's good stuff. So I've enjoyed it. Ever since we've been here, like I look forward to this conference. So,
Yeah.
So I've been coming for 3 years. This has probably been one of the best ones. Just because I think every year that I come, it gets better
Yes.
for me.
Right.
Not that the conference gets better. It's just I get more out of it during
Right.
that year. So this year's been.
Okay.
It's
So
been
I'm going to
wonderful.
say this live on this podcast
Oh, no.
right now.
Oh no! I
We-
know what you're going. I know where you're going.
You know
with
where you're going.
Yeah.
We are teaching next year.
this. We'll see.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is it. I cannot tell you how many people we've talked to about what we've done with this and like
Yeah.
what we're doing at Hereford ISD. It's popular. People want to know it.
Yeah,
So
sure.
this is what we're doing.
Yeah, no, I've got some ideas. That I've seen some things that we could do that they don't normally do, or that I see some people do that we can kind of like bounce off of.
Yes.
And kind of say, hey, we can focus on this
Yeah.
part of it.
And we got to start thinking of a catchy title because that's what gets their attention.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Insider scoop.
On the YouTube world, we call that clickbait.
Yes, that's what we need. So, okay. So, before we get to what we're loving,
Okay.
I just want to say thank you, Adam, for hooking all of this up.
Yeah.
Like
This is
we
fun.
practice at the admin, but we know it's safe there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like the internet's going to work and stuff. Turns out the internet did not work here, which has been a common theme in some of our classes.
It has.
So Jesus, thank you for letting us borrow your fantastic hotspot. But I really do want to say thank you. I sent Anastasia a Snapchat before we started that this is your element. Like getting this
Yeah.
all set up, it was already when I came. It was just so thank you. There's a lot of behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like it just seems easy. We just get to talk, but there's so much behind the scenes that you do that we could not be able to produce anything like this.
Listen, I love doing this. I'll do it for anybody, but especially for
know.
us.
I know.
No, it's,
And all the bubble
been
wrap, like y'all, he literally bubble wrapped every single thing. And so, because we did, I don't know, well, hopefully you remember the PD outside the box of the bubble wrap, like the stress reliever that I did for you guys, like back in, I don't know, like October or September or something like that. I had extra and he wrapped every one of these things in bubble wrap just to keep it safe. So I just want to say thank
gotta
you.
be safe. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, so let's end our segment. Adam, what are you loving?
I'm loving everything about the conference. I really was going to do what I was loving about the Discovery Ed, but it's just been the conference in general, like as
Yeah.
a whole. Usually I look forward to going into the exhibit hall because We got swipey no swipey over here that just grabs
Yeah,
everything.
I'm just telling you guys, if it's legal, you need to have Irene with you because she will get everything you can have. Not if it's illegal. We don't want her we don't want her to go to jail or anything. But if it's stuff that you need and it's legal, bring your girl with you because you will get bags full.
So we get to take swag back home, and most of it goes back to you guys. Like we've done that in years past. But this time I really enjoyed the classes, like going and learning about different things. So I'm going to say that the TCEA in general, and then the food, Austin's, man, they got some.
Hey,
good
we
food.
have grubbed really well this week.
Yeah, it's been amazing. I'm just going to say TCEA as a whole is what I'm loving.
Well, as a TCEA board member, I fully support that.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Thank you for supporting our organization.
Also, this is not sponsored. So
Not sponsored at all, but
to say that. But that's really what I like. It's the whole vibe. It's just been a great experience.
good. I like to hear that feedback.
Yeah,
I will pass it along to my board members
That's
tonight.
it.
So
I'll do it. I'll say it again, and
give
I'll
us
come
a-
back next month, and I'll come back the month after that just
Yeah.
to do it. But it's been great.
Awesome. Okay, so this is what I'm loving. I got to thank a certain amount of vendors yesterday. And so before I left, I was like, I'm going to write them thank you notes. Like that Friday, Kyler played in Randall. And I told Tay, I said, you want to go to Target with me to get thank you notes? And she's like, for what? And she's like, can't you just send a text? I was like, no, we need to write them. So I went ahead and I got them, and I spent a couple of days here writing them, and I passed them out to all my vendors and just said, hey, thank you. I made my crew go with me, so I wasn't alone. And so I finished thanking them, all that good kind of stuff. And then I was like, all right, let's go explore the exhibit hall. And one of the vendors, I guess, was following us, or I don't know, but they found me. I mean, I was wearing a red shirt, so I was pretty, like, you could spot me.
And it had TCA all over it.
And TCA. But they actually like thanked me for writing a thank you note. And it was really kind of sweet because it was they're a little bit older, and she's like, we just don't see handwritten thank you notes anymore. And so I kind of, and I'll be honest, like as I was writing it, because I remember I was telling you I messed up, and I was like, I don't have any it took a lot of time to write it and make sure, and I didn't like chat GTP, it came from the heart, you know what I mean? And so that really meant a lot, and it opened my eyes in more ways than one. That are we saying thank you to the people who need to be thanked? It's so easy just to send a text, but like the handwritten notes are so important. And so anyway, so that was not like a brag moment, but it really touched my heart that it meant that much to them.
Yeah.
And so like just little things of saying thank you to people really means a lot to them during the day or whatever. Like I think you goes a long way. That just really was pivotal for me to get that feedback from them.
And I got to see her face when she was telling you that. I kind of feel like she wanted to kind of get
I
emotional.
thought she was going to cry, and I'm like, you cannot cry because I am a crier.
She did say, I can't tell you the last time that somebody's given us a thank
Yes. And she's like, we've been in this business for 26 years, and I don't know the last time.
Oh, man, that was so cool.
Yeah, so they were very sweet. And he had it in his pocket, in his jacket.
I mean, they chased you. I don't know how long they chased you for, but they
I want to be like, all right, is yours the one that I messed up on?
Right.
Because I still did that. So I messed up on one, guys. Okay, so I had 20 of them, right? I'm just going to tell you the story. This is real life. This is what we normally do in a pod. So I bought 20 of them, and I had 19 people that I had to thank. So I was like, okay, I don't usually mess up on this stuff. One for air. First one I did, I messed up on. So I was like, cool, we're good. I get this out. I mess up on one. And then I'm like, have this internal like debate. I'm like, what do I do? Do I just mark it out? So I stopped writing. It was the second word I did. So I stopped writing. So I just put it over the side. All the others I didn't mess up on. So I decided just to go back, and I marked it out, and I said, oops, haha, should have used pencil or something like that, like just to kind of make a joke on it. But so someone got one of my oopsies, but hopefully they thought it was funny.
Yeah, I bet it meant more to them that you did that than not giving them.
What a doof. I should have bought more, but anyways, it's fine. It happens.
That's why I don't write thank you notes.
You need to. I'm telling you, did you not witness that experience?
No,
you need to start writing thank you notes.
I will probably type it out. I will straight up go Miss Sid style, throw it in a typewriter
and just type it. Think, 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 think.
Listen, my handwriting's ugly to start off with, and then I got to scratch stuff out. Nah.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. So I'm really glad that you're having a great experience.
It's been great.
Oh, we didn't even ask you. It's your first experience. Thumbs up. Has it been okay? Okay. Jesus said it was good.
Awesome.
So that's awesome. All right, guys. Yes. Do we have comments? We have comments?
Yeah. Miss Peters said hello.
Well, hello, Miss Peters.
Thank you for getting on there.
We miss you.
I want to add something else to that. the thing is that a lot of times we talk to our reps,
Mhm.
but we don't know who they are.
Right.
So the good thing is here we can get to meet those people and put a face to the name.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, you can even sound like what you look.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's good to get to know our reps as well.
Yeah. So Irene's talking about how we get to meet our reps and kind of meet them face to face and just make it a little bit more personable when we're working with them.
Yeah. We got to meet our Class Inc. rep yesterday. We've met a few that were new and new faces. So it's always cool to come out to these and then put faces to names.
Yeah.
But then to also tell them, hey, this is how we feel about the product, whether it's good or bad.
Right.
In your case, one of them had to get tough with them, but you.
Hey, listen, I learned from Thea Irene how to get tough with them because she had to do that one year.
Last year. And guess what? They got it straightened up. And then
what?
I guess they're having a little bit more issues on the web deal. But she told them even this year, she's like, hey, we got to get that straightened out. And she said, you know what? As soon as I leave here, we're going to work on that.
Yep,
so
for sure.
That's what you got to do. So
I still have not heard from her, even though she said she would contact me by the end of the day, but we're not salty about that at all. I'll wait.
But if you're watching, we're waiting.
We're waiting. We got to get this going.
Yeah. The other ones are just, there's a lot of comments, a lot of scripture on there. That's cool.
That's awesome.
We'll, it's been a great.
Cool. So thanks for being brave enough to try this live with us.
Hey, man, it's been fun.
I was a little bit nervous. I'm so glad that it worked. So, but guys, truly at the bottom of our hearts, we are just so thankful just to be able to serve you in any way possible, whether it's from the backside or in the classrooms or Chromebooks or just whatever it is. And thank you guys just for everything that you do and enjoying our first live podcast.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do more of these. I don't know. We'll have to time them out.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Tessa gets nervous about it.
I'm more nervous about this one than anything else, but it's fine. It's over. So thank you guys for joining us today. And we hope you have a fantastic week. And we can't wait to see you guys when we get back. All right. Bye guys.